Alright, hey everyone. So I just wanted to do a little video because I get a lot of people saying, why don't you get an enduro bike? There's a few reasons for that, but what I want to kind of say is you don't need an enduro bike to have fun in the trails. No, you may not become pro. Well, you might become pro. I'm not going to become pro on my bike. But with this whole world of needing new bikes and new bikes all over the internet and this, like, I don't know, everyone's kind of jealous if you don't have a new bike. Well, I want to just say that I don't have a new bike. It's not an old bike, but I really love my bike and I love the setup. There's some things I want to do to it, but I'm just going to kind of go over what I have done, why I love my bike, why it works for me, and why you do not need a new bike and you don't need an enduro bike to have fun in the trails. So I got my bike in 2020. It is a 2017 KTM 250sx, so it's a motocross bike. I really have left it pretty well stock. First thing I did to my bike was get new plastics and graphics. They were done by First Line Graphics in Quebec. However, I don't think they're around anymore. I did design my graphics by myself. They sent me kind of an idea and I basically redid it all on Photoshop. They're nothing crazy amazing, but I just wanted to customize them a little bit because I like custom stuff. The second thing I did to my bike was I replaced the air forks with a spring fork. And the reason I did that was because I was riding on the track and my forks actually seized. This is apparently a flaw in the 2017 and some of the earlier, I think, designs. Don't quote me on that. But I know for my bike, it's a flaw in the mechanism in the air forks. So it was like it might happen again or just switch to a coil and it'll never happen again. So I ended up going to STS and they did my forks for me and I haven't had a problem since. The third thing I did to my bike, and this is just something that you have to do with any bike, any two-stroke especially, I rebuilt the engine, put a new piston in there. It wasn't exactly time to go, but just knowing that I hadn't had the bike before, it wasn't my bike, I just wanted to make sure it was all good. And I would say it was super easy to do. I did it by myself. There was one thing that I needed help with. The fourth thing that I did to my bike, this whole case is brand spanking new. So what happened is there's also a flaw in the 2017 design of the case where I guess I should go to the other side. The Kickstarter, there's a little gear inside of there. It sheared right off of the case inside, so the entire case of the bike had to be replaced. Really, really shitty. Thank you to Courtney Motorsports. So they gave me a really good hookup on a brand new case. So that was really awesome of them. So the last few things that I've done to my bike, which is again just general maintenance, but because I had stock tires on it, I ended up getting Shinko cheater tires. Again, I'm not a tire expert. This is what I was recommended by someone. I absolutely love them so far. I'm sure there's better tires or better tires for this and that, whatever you're doing. However, when I went from a motocross tire to this actual squishy tire, oh my gosh, the difference has been amazing. I also put on a bigger sprocket. So I think it's a 52. I'll have to check into that. And a brand new chain. And I did both the tires and the chain and the sprocket and just recently did my rides in Kamloops and Kelowna. And oh my God, the difference in traction. I was able to get up hill climbs that I've never been able to do before. So that was really cool. And then of course, I threw on some bar guards finally. And those I'm getting used to. They're a lot bulkier now. So I'm actually hitting more trees, but I'm saving my knuckles. So that is a bonus. Okay, so that's what I've done. A few things I want to do to my bike. I definitely want to get a new clutch lever. Mine is particularly stiff, so during races, my hand fatigues so quickly. I'm getting dirty. I heard about doing the flywheel weight, which eventually would be nice. I want to either get new bars or reset up my bars just so that I can stand up better and get less fatigue on my wrists. I may want to beef up a little bit around some of this area just so that I'm not damaging when I do hard enduro. Then yeah, that's pretty much it. Sucks with this bike, I don't have electric start and I cannot get a kickstand made or get one for it. So those are two things, especially with racing, that I really wish I had, was electric start and a kickstand. Those times when you're stuck on a hill and you just like can't quite maneuver and like balance and kick. And then also when you're out with your friends and you want to help them out, you can't just set your bike down. It's really frustrating. So anyways, that's the thing. What I do love about my bike, it's lighter weight than a lot of the enduro bikes. It's a little bit skinnier. I find I can just throw it around a little bit more. She's very peppy. You don't get a lot of that easy, smooth bottom end. So I've had to learn to use the clutch a ton. But I am learning, and I'm starting to really, really love this bike. So if you're thinking about a bike and say you come across a motocross bike, two-stroke that's, you know, a little bit cheaper, I would say go for it. I love my bike, my 250sx. Now get out on the trails and have some fun.